I mean, we don't.
You introduce us.
All right. What's going on, kids?
Welcome back.
That'll do. Welcome back to the first episode. Of
Today we'll be discussing the Pope, top or bottom. It's been on a lot of our minds.
I think he's sort of in the middle.
Yeah,
Of,
I think
of a
he's
sandwich.
verse. I think he's verse.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Are you implying that the Pope gets like double penetrated?
A little bit. Just a little. Just a little bit.
I think that's
No.
probably true. I mean, he's the Pope. He can have whoever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, he can do essentially anything.
That's true.
He's kind of like a superhero, minus
The powers.
the powers.
Except don't superheroes not always have powers? Like Batman, what does he do? He's rich.
He's not a superhero though. I don't count him.
Oh, you don't? What
No.
about Iron Man?
No.
What qualifies as a superhero in your mind?
I think they have to have some sort of super ability of some sort.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
Because, I mean, if I had enough money... Oh, I made the audio clip by hitting the mic thing so I could get my drink.
Oh.
But if I had just enough money, I could build a sweet mech suit. But I would still be sad. And
Right.
what would be super about that?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
aren't superheroes sad, even with the powers? Like Peter Parker, isn't he kind of like upset? Bruce Banner, that's a better example. Well, at least in the
So, the Hulk?
yeah, in the
Okay.
cinematic universe, like that guy fucking hates himself.
I
Like,
just realized, like, you said that, and I had to think, man, there's two superheroes named Bruce.
was that difficult for you?
Yeah, I had to think. I was like, you talking about? Did you mean to say Batman? Because Batman's upset like all
Bruce
the time.
Batman.
Well, Bruce Wayne is Batman, and I didn't know if you were talking about him, because he is certainly upset
Yeah.
all the time.
You know who else? Tony Stark is pretty upset too.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. He definitely. Yeah.
I think a lot of them are pretty sad in like the situation that they found themselves in.
I think a great way to start this show is to just do real psychoanalysis of superheroes.
Superheroes.
And if they're depressed or not. And our conclusion so far has been they're all depressed.
I think they are. Actually, I did have something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell you about my. I went to go see Spring Awakening, the musical. Not starring because he wasn't a lead, but he was a lead in my eyes. Alex Carey,
Oh, my boy.
a good friend of ours.
That's a classic. What a character.
It was good. It was really good.
Uh-huh.
He made out with a boy on stage,
Ooh.
that was like spicy, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want anyone else to watch this. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if there are any musical theater fans out there. This was a black box show, which, have you ever seen a black box show?
I have not.
Do you know what they are?
Maybe.
So it's like,
I might. Tell me and I'll tell
it's
you.
a room. It is painted black, hence
As
black
opposed to normal
box.
musicals, those are just...
No. Like,
those
not
are
like
just... Those aren't in a room. Those are just in the woods.
not like an auditorium, like just like a room, like a classroom,
Okay.
painted black
Okay.
with just like a couple of chairs set up, and
Alright.
the stage is just like the floor.
Okay.
There's limited props because you can't. There's like limited like props, limited setting, so it's a lot of pantomiming, unless it's like something that you can like small that you can bring out. But see, the weird thing about like this being a black box show is the amount of like sex that happens.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's an entire number where they're all like jerking off.
Oh my goodness.
So like you get to watch like a bunch of kids like jerking off, like there, like in front of you, like they're touching themselves and they're singing about it, and like
Okay.
you like see everything and they see you, because see, like when you're on stage you can ignore the audience a little bit better and just like get into character.
Yeah.
But when you're in a black box, they're all around you.
Yeah,
the
like,
audience,
it's
like
just-
it's you see them, them, they see
You can't not be a part of it.
So yeah. It was strange seeing that. The director put herself in the show
Ah.
as
Now that's a classic Tommy Wiseau move, as they call it in film school.
she played all the they had like 2 adults
Okay.
play all the adults because it was 2 adults play all the adults, like a man adult and a woman adult. Play all the adults.
I thought there were 2 adult characters and this woman played both.
No, there were actually several, but they weren't like important roles. But it was weird. She put herself in the show, and she was really committed to this Scottish accent. While the rest of the actors kept up with American and maybe slight British, and the show actually takes place in Germany.
Oh.
So that threw me off. I'm like, like it takes place in the 1800s. So I could see where you think like we have to do accents because that's what the olden times had.
But we're all picking different ones. None of them are the same.
I'm not done.
Oh, good.
The talent for this show
was me.
It's a community theater show where you have like a bunch of kids. Some of them like were like some between like young college kids and like old high school kids, like around that range.
And the adults, the 2 adults.
And the 2 adults. And they're all like, the thing is like you watch it and like they're not bad, but they're not great, and they're just kind of like, you know, it's all right.
Yeah.
And that's why Alex Carey, I consider him to be the lead of the show, the star of the show, because like
the big boy.
Not even just like that I'm biased because it's like it's him, but because like objectively he had like the best voice out of like all of them. You know, like they all were not like they weren't great.
Oh,
they
forgot
weren't
there was
good.
singing.
Yeah, they do.
Describing this,
they do that.
That was a thing.
They do that in some shows. Yeah, the ones they don't, we just call those plays.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So yeah, it was not a great show, but it was not a bad show. Is how I describe it.
Okay.
So that's you know.
Alright, what the fuck's up, pagans? We're back again for the 3rd time because the first time we tried to record this in the car, it looked like shit on the audio readout, and I got very scared. So we're back, bigger, better than ever, full frontal nudity. That's not true. We're fully clothed in a car, but we are no longer in a treehouse. We were outside. I don't think we ever addressed that, but we were outside recording this. But we're going for a drive. We're going to get some Taco Bell.
And we're going to do some nude food reviews.
We're going to be fully nude. Yep. So you can enjoy that with your ears. That's what really the millennials want. There's enough porn on the internet. Some people just want audio porn.
Is that ASMR?
No.
Okay. I feel like it is.
I don't think it is.
I feel like I'm more qualified to talk about ASMR than you are. Genius.
I feel like that's very possible, but also, no.
Alright, now Drew, what were you talking about? Eating some edibles? Oh no, wait, that was me. Okay. So, my my friend, she bakes and she also smokes weed. So she combined the 2 passions and made some edibles. And she gives me one. I was expecting 2, but I'm not mad. So she gives it to me and she tells me, now Charles, you eat half of this.
Oh, you can really hear the growl of that beast of the car every time it starts up. The audio readout goes fucking insane.
Good. You eat half of this, and then you wait. And then if you decide that it's not enough, you eat the other half. I followed these instructions carefully, except the amount of time I gave it to wait was about like 10 minutes. When it should have been more like an hour. And so I thought to myself, man,
what a wonderful world.
I was gonna take this other half for the but man,
don't name drop the school.
Whatever, we're good enough for all the
I'm not. I'm a good little Christian boy.
And so I thought to myself, boy, the last time I got high at a school event, let alone a band event, did not end well. So what makes me think that, it'd be a good idea to save this other half?
I'm just hoping you know that I am going to completely bleep out the school name.
That's fine.
I'm just going to replace it with a band concert.
That's where we go.
Yeah,
That's where
we
we
got
go.
a academy for little cuck bitches.
So I ate the other half as well as the first half, the initial half. And I did feel it. I definitely, I started seeing backwards.
That's always
That was happening. Like,
so.
I was like,
Okay, describe seeing backwards. How does seeing backwards work as an entity?
what? It was very strange because I was trying to read because I was writing some stuff on my Twitter page.
You certainly were.
I was writing and I was typing stuff into my notes too.
I'm just going to take a second here. I'm pulling out my phone and I'm gonna read the tweets.
Yeah, I read
that
I
you
tweeted
made.
out.
You can follow Charles over at Chuckold, CUCKOLD CHUCKOLD.
Yeah, that's my name.
So here are the tweets. There were 3. The first one, I want to live as a small person.
Inspired by the episode Teen Titans Go, where they're small people.
Because of a shrink ray. Followed by, do oregano float in your body or does it just hang?
I meant organs, actually, in that one. Because also inspired by an episode of Teen Titans Go, where they had to shrink down into small people and go inside of a human body. Sci-fi classic.
Kind of like that Magic School Bus episode.
Yeah, kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Followed by the final of the 3, Family Guy hate is propaganda to keep you from watching it in fear your third eye opens.
I thought that plotline was really intricate.
I think it's a good novel. I don't know where you're going because there is no Taco Bell here.
I'm sure there is.
Nope, there most definitely isn't.
Why else would Siri lead me to? Oh wait, where the fuck?
Wait, shit. Actually, yes, there is.
Yeah.
It's that way.
It sure is.
I've never approached the Taco Bell
You
from
son
this
of a
direction.
bitch.
I never approach a Taco Bell from the back. You know, I always go in from the front.
Well, listen, I don't trust it from the front because I feel like when you approach from the front, you're giving up some stealth.
Are you saying that Taco Bell has a butterface?
I'm saying that I'm terrified of Taco Bell.
All right, good. Okay. So we're going to be ordering. I'm going to be ordering off of their famous, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but their dollar menu. Because, you know, I'm not that hungry, but, you know, the cravings menu, they know who their audience is. I might just get a drink. I don't think I need to review anything.
Hi, can I get 3 Doritos Locos Tacos with just meat and cheese?
And you want nacho cheese, Cool Ranch, or fried?
Nacho cheese.
Okay, nacho cheese with no lettuce.
Yes. Can I also a large root beer
And a medium diet Pepsi.
and a medium diet Pepsi?
Because I'm a healthy boy. You know how it is.
And a medium diet Pepsi.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's the one.
Okay, does everything look correct on your screen?
Yes.
Would you like to donate $1 to charity?
Sure.
Okay, thank you for your donation. Your total is $10.26 via Venmo.
Okay.
Would you like to donate $1 to charity? Yeah, all right. Your total is $1. Why don't you go ahead and pick it up the next window?
They didn't say.
The charity. You know which one.
I guess I do. Kids with ass cancer?
I was thinking the one where they give sex toys to underprivileged kids.
Right.
Yeah.
But anything's a sex toy.
No.
Yes.
Concept of time. We can't
Not
fuck
real.
that.
Okay. Now, hold on. My last night's stuff would beg to differ. Because I did jerk off, and it was like having sex with, like, Father Time himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like...
Because as we all know, time is a man.
Let me read.
Certainly not a female.
Let me read some highlights.
Oh, shit. There's highlights?
From my notes.
Oh, I'm also going to read the text that you sent me.
Okay.
I
So-
sent what time would be best to record tomorrow because we were trying to figure out our schedules. Charles says, I'm not ignoring this question. I'm too, the wrong two, high to think of times and how reasonable they are to someone not in this mindset. Please text me the numbers you intend, and my brain will process them tomorrow. followed 2 minutes later by Family Guy's plot is so interesting. Immediate text next. They have to do whatever death wishes. What?
I don't know. I don't remember, man.
So, alright, what are your highlights?
Alright, so I wrote an ode to masturbation, first off, which I'm not going to read right now. But some of the things say, nothing can stop me from this astral orgasm. I'm seeing backwards.
Of course. I still have no clarification on what seeing backwards is. Seeing backwards in time?
No, like seeing, like visually seeing backwards. Like, I see, and then it's suddenly, like, a flipped image.
Oh, so, like, as if your eyes have switched.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Pineapple fruit juice burns my foot.
Does it?
I think what I meant was, like, because my lips are really chapped and I'm a piece of shit, and so I chew on the dead skin. Hold on.
Okay. Alright, we're getting our tacos now.
Hi. Would you like any sauce with it?
No, I'm okay.
Pour the Diablo sauce onto your lips.
Stop.
Just checking out now. Sort of filling this in because they definitely can't hear most of this. Now this is quality audio programming.
I think so.
Just a solid 18 seconds so far of silence. Oh, just a warning, Audacity is telling me my disk space remaining for recording is only 701 hours and 22 minutes. So, we can only record for the next 701 hours before I run out of storage.
Damn it.
So, looks like we're gonna have to cut this one short, guys.
I'm gonna park, and I'm gonna park here, and we're gonna devour.
Okay, you're gonna consume.
That one. I was on pineapple juice.
Yes.
Okay, so
Piece
my
of shit,
lips-
you chew on your lips.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, you hit the curb there.
I sure did.
That's a good one.
I was really distracted by this pineapple juice.
Alright, let's go.
So I chew on, like, the dead skin of my lips, which causes it to, like, expose the flesh underneath. And so, like, I had an open wound on my lip. And so whenever I drank the pineapple juice, it stung really badly.
Did either of us get our drinks? Oh, here they are. Here they come.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
What a pal. What a pal that guy is.
I definitely drove off without my drink. Okay.
Sure
Which
did.
one's which?
I'm the medium.
You are.
You're the big boy.
Yep.
The big daddy, that's what they call their large size.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
I wish.
I was gonna be extremely uncomfortable. So anyway, oh, there's a Wingstop over there. I should have gone there. It stung my lip, and it hurt, and that's the end of that story.
Because as you do, when you have very chapped and sore lips with little cuts, you think, what's the most fucking acidic fruit juice I can ingest right now?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Next, when I swallow, it feels like it ravens through a wormhole. I meant travels.
Ah.
Serene versus pain. I think this is also when I was masturbating, but
oh my god.
oh, and now you're gonna really hate me for this one because it was definitely when I was masturbating, and I said I don't.
So were you typing on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't mind vor. In fact, I welcome it.
I love that. Oh God, we're really in for a treat.
Am I into vor? Like, is this just like
That
something
might
that
be.
like my brain has like blocked out?
That might be.
I don't think I had anywhere to go with the story. I was just
Well,
like
next
extremely high.
Next time your third eye opens, go ahead and discover that aspect of yourself.
I think vor.
Yeah.
Should I have someone eat me?
No.
Well, do I eat somebody?
No.
Well, then how do you?
Internet.
That's okay.
That previous segment was called the Charles Highlights. All right, welcome back. This no time has passed for you, but we stopped for about 30 seconds. And now Charles is going to review 3 Doritos Locos Tacos.
No lettuce.
Just meat and cheese.
Why would I get lettuce?
Y'all know I don't fuck with them veggies.
This is fucking rabbit season. I'm a goddamn human being. Alright, so...
All right, take the first bite.
I have to describe it first.
No.
Yes, starting off, what I hold in my hands is a taco.
It's fucking sad looking.
It's
It really looks depressing.
made out of 2 Doritos. It is not filled to the brim, as one would expect
It's not
from a
filled-
taco.
I can
It's
barely see.
just like a handful of meat.
It's as if a small child took a handful of ground beef and threw it into a taco shell and missed most of the shot.
The cheese is both in the shell and a
Just
couple
kind
of stray pieces outside.
Lazily draped on the outside of the shell.
Not as if this is what they intended, because there is only like a small clump and then a single strand on its lonesome.
It's actually the new Taco Bell item, is it's the Doritos Locos Tacos, parentheses, but this time we put some shredded cheese on it, you fat fucking pigs.
That's good.
End parentheses.
And the bottom is moist with the juice that could be urine,
Just as a taco should be.
could be semen, but is more likely the juice that comes from ground beef.
A fun game to play when you go to Taco Bell is what's the fluid in my food? Is it Bud water?
So-
is it grease? Is it melted cheese? Is it
We're
juices from the beef? Is it somebody's sweat? Is it somebody's urine? Is it somebody's spit? All of these are equally possible.
We're gonna take the first bite.
All right, here we go.
Get in close.
Now that's ASMR, baby. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now that's ASMR. So, what are your what's the palette? What are you getting?
I'm getting some red flavor from the beef. The beef is warm, which contrasts with the tacos like room temperature feeling.
Okay.
The flavors mix well together because usually before, in the lesser times when I would eat ground beef, I would think to myself, God, if only someone was brave enough to give me Doritos nacho flavored tacos with this. And they were. And that's what I have with me today. And yeah, it's pretty good.
That's good. This is all good. I'm gonna do a review of my medium diet Pepsi that I'm drinking today. It's diet Pepsi. I mean, I don't know really what you expect. Fast food sodas have always been kind of an anomaly for me. It's bizarre to me how different sodas taste, the different conditions.
Right.
Fast food diet Pepsi tastes different than if I had bought a 2-liter of Diet Pepsi. And that tastes different than if I had got a can of Pepsi. And that tastes different than if I had gotten like a glass of Diet Pepsi.
From a restaurant.
From a restaurant. Because this is like a food stand, essentially. That somebody found some bricks and put them around. Yeah. Like, this isn't high art. But I mean, it's in a paper cup, which I think is one of the worst ways to ingest soda.
What are cups usually made out of?
Plastic.
Yeah. I had to think on that a little bit.
You can also have glass.
Mm-hmm.
The possibilities are endless with cups. That's really the message we're trying to say.
Okay. Yeah.
You can use metal. You can have a swell.
Mm-hmm.
One of those.
Mm-hmm.
You can hollow out a pumpkin. Or any other fall gourds. Put some soda in there.
No one's stopping you. That's
you could
true.
Kill a turtle and use its shell.
I hate that.
I wouldn't recommend that because that's not very sanitary. Also, I don't think the turtle would appreciate it very much.
No.
But really, you're an American, damn it. So what are you going to do about that minority when it complains?
Now let's talk politics.
Man, so those Arabs, am I right? And we're back! Haha! It's time to talk politics.
I know an Arab.
That's the Alex Carey. We talked about him.
We did talk about him. Speaking of politics, Trump recently gave the okay on Israel to inhabit. No, that's not what he did. He accepted them as Israel's capital as Jerusalem, right?
He's moving the U.S. embassy there.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot, no. Right?
All right, that's good. That's a wrap, babies.
No. There's a lot of conflict going down there with the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conflict.
It sure is.
No, but
what are those guys doing down there? They have similar hats. What's going on?
It's not great.
Now, we're still in the parking lot of the Taco Bell. Say what you will about our president, and I do.
And I will.
But everything he does because it benefits someone.
Mm-hmm.
Usually him or his family or somebody he wants to have things. I can't think of a single person that this benefits other than the entity of the Israeli government.
Does he like Israel? I mean, I guess he likes it better than Palestine, but
Doesn't he have a Trump Tower there?
He does. His daughter's Jewish, right?
Is she? Which one?
One. I saw one of them at the wall. I saw him with a little yarmulke on.
Trump?
Yeah, at a wall.
He just put a pretzel on his head. He's like, "That's Jewish, right? All right, we're going."
But I guess he has Jewish ties, so maybe that's why. Not saying all Jewish people are pro-Israel.
I am.
Jewish?
No, I'm saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not. I know 5 Jewish people.
Right.
And they're all pretty cool. So... Oh, that sounds like the Black Friends argument.
It does. I don't want to be anti-Semitic about this.
Oh.
But I am
Oh, this is
pro-Palestine.
the worst. This is the worst way to do the first episode of a podcast, is already going out against the Jewish people.
I'm not.
Oh, no. Oh, this is bad.
I just think that the occupation of Palestinian land is not a great thing. I just think.
But Charles, there's Jesus there.
God damn it! A lot of Palestinians are Christian too. So.
But if those Arabs occupy that land, then the Israel people can't go there because they're savages. Oh.
Now, Drew.
Yeah?
Don't be racist.
I am. As we all know.
No! Okay,
Oh, fuck. I can't. This is going on the internet. I'm not racist, people. I'm not.
A whole ass teacher told my Arab friend, Alex Carey, that They were discussing this conflict.
Hey, at Mr. Miller, if you're listening to this,
Fuck you.
fuck you for being racist.
They were discussing. I like that you know who I'm talking about.
No, because he told us.
Oh, he told y'all
Mhm.
that he said this?
Yeah, so we're all in a club where we discuss politics.
Oh,
And he
I thought Miller told y'all that he
popped
said
in.
this.
No,
Okay.
Alex Carey did.
Okay.
He came into the club room glistening on horseback,
As he does.
and he said, I declare the word, the good word of the Lord. Mr. Miller's a fucking prick. And we all said, aha! And then he galloped away to wherever the fuck he was going that day. Some theater thing.
Yeah.
It's probably gay. All right, go ahead.
Definitely gay. But what they were discussing this conflict, and there are so many things, like, ways that he should, like, know that it's wrong to say what he's about to say. Number one, it's a wrong opinion to have. Number two, it's a wrong opinion to say out loud. Number three, it's a wrong opinion to say to a, like, Palestinian person.
Number four, it's a wrong opinion to say in front of students when you're a teacher.
To a student. He says,
God.
well, maybe if the Palestinian people would stop blowing each other up so much, then they could have the land.
I heard that he said, well, if the Palestinians cared as much about their children as they did killing Jews, then
Is
it
that
might
what he
work.
said?
I think that's what he said. Something to that tune. Either way, it's fucked up.
He said something racist. That's, you know...
He's our world history teacher, by the way. Well, not yours, but he's my world history teacher.
He was my world history teacher at one point, and I despised him. And
I think he's a pretty alright teacher.
he despised
But
me.
his views are...
Terrible.
Fuck, man. Like, really?
Terrible. He once told my immigrant friend whose green card had expired, and she is terrified as to, like, am I going to be okay during the election time? He once told her, you have to have a reason to dislike Donald Trump. She did. We all do.
Oh, God. So he's a real peach.
I've toyed with the idea of sending in an anonymous tip saying, like, hey, this guy's pretty fucked up, but I don't want to ruin a man's career, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want that unless he said something directly to me where I'm like, fuck you.
Or if he... Oh, I don't know. Had sexual relations.
With the student. That's definitely one.
But
that's-
I can't think of any teacher at this school. Academy that may or may not have done that and is currently awaiting trial. Who was, I don't know, a band director or something.
Something like that.
So, politics. What are they all about? There's two groups of people. They sure are angry.
Now, Drew, politically, where would you place yourself? What are you?
What are my options?
No, in general, like just
So,
how when people.
I'm pretty far to the left of things.
Right.
I'm pretty close to the socialist aspect of this.
Okay.
I was gonna say I hate minorities, but I don't. I
No.
can't keep saying that as a joke.
No.
Because people will think I mean it. But I'm a very tolerant person. I have a lot of right-wing friends.
Because you have the Nazi haircut.
Yeah, I do. I have the short on the sides, long on the top. But it's purple. The long part on the top is purple, which really
makes
shows, like, hey, I'm gay. Like, that, which helps make people's parents hate me.
Right.
And not want to be around me, and I can't be with most of my friends because their parents won't talk to me.
It happens.
These are all the things that are true.
These are all the things that politics are about.
Mm-hmm.
Parents not talking to you.
Yeah.
I personally would describe myself as, just like general, like, anarcho-communist.
Uh-huh.
That's an interesting man.
And there he goes to Taco Bell with his son.
I'm sorry. I just saw, like, a human being that had me so perplexed that I completely lost my train of thought.
You're saying you're an
Wow.
anarcho-communist.
I'm an anarcho-communist. I'm very anti-authoritarian. I think that, you know, the fairest way to run the people is to be run
It's trial by combat.
by the people. That's my take on things.
I agree. I feel like politics have taken too much of a disconnect, especially in democracy,
Absolutely.
from what I think it was originally intended to be.
I think a politician should never think to himself, how can I serve my people? But more like, how can I serve us? You know, once you start to
or how can I serve the people who are financing me?
That's true.
There needs to be a
That's
lot.
definitely true.
There's a pretty decent. The gap is shortening, but there's a decent gap between church and state. What there really needs to be a gap from now is state and economy.
Absolutely.
We need less economy in the government.
Right. I'm actually in a economics class. I'm in love with my teacher, and I would seduce her if I was able to, like, keep her out of trouble because of it, because, boy, we all know what happened last time. So, my eco class, she's a very political person. I would say that she's an anarcho-capitalist, almost, because she's, some of the things she says. Lately, she's been talking more, and it's like, no, I guess you kind of like government intervention. Maybe not a lot, but you recognize that it's necessary.
I mean, yeah, I think I agree with that. I think that I recognize the necessity of a government,
But I don't like it.
but I think it's got to be very overhauled.
So anyway, she hates the new tax plan, actually.
I mean, who does? It literally fucks with everyone.
We all hate the new tax plan, except I think my dad.
Oh, now.
My dad, I love my father, but in the workers' uprising, he's getting the guillotine. Like, I can't save you from that. He told me that he was hoping that the tax plan stops people from looking for handouts. And, like, what the fuck?
It won't.
It won't.
It won't.
It won't. It
Nobody's... 90% of people who are on welfare or anything similar aren't looking for handouts. They want a fucking job.
Yeah.
That's all they want.
Yeah.
They don't want to be doing nothing and collecting money. Contrary to popular belief, people like work because it gives them something to do.
I agree.
He's leaving the Taco Bell. So
no food.
So quick. I hope they're happy. I hope he is a really happy man and his son loves him.
I don't know if that's his son.
Oh. I hope it is.
Me too.
Oh.
Jeez.
No.
Anyway, the tax plan actually raises the deficit. I don't know why you would think it lowers the deficit. Why anybody decides, like, this works for us.
It did seem like they were like, what's the wrongest choice we can make here?
And they picked it. They picked it. This is, like, Trump's best accomplishment. In that it's his only
It's
accomplishment.
the only thing that he's actually passed. Well...
But it's terrible.
Well, now, it hasn't been fully implemented yet.
Right.
It still could be shot down.
Schoolhouse Rock, how a bill becomes a law.
Uh-huh.
Everybody
I'm just a bill.
look that up.
Yes, I'm only a bill. And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Oh, it's a long, long journey from the capital city. But I hope and pray that I will. But today, I am still just a bill.
No, what is sentient piece of paper? What is sentient? Do they have religion?
Thanks for coming to my slam poetry session, guys.
Sentient objects, do they have religion?
No.
Like if my
Well, we're sentient objects.
right, but if my car were to come to life, does he believe in God?
Well, if we take the documentary Cars 2
Right.
as an example,
Uh-huh.
there is a car pope.
Right. There is. So this Bill that's sitting on Capitol Hill that's alive and talking to a child, he does pray.
He does.
So I guess my question has been asked and answered. Is this about politics anymore?
No.
No, it's not.
So we're gonna hop into a new segment here. All right, so we've really done all that we planned for this episode. So we've decided we're gonna do a new segment where we check the internet. So I have hopped on.
I like to call it. Let's check the internet.
Da-na-na.
Woo! You go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna go on.
So I've pulled up Reddit, and I'm gonna find some shit that's not dumb, because so far it's just cute animals, which are great, but
I've got my phone up here. I'm looking through things, and I'll read aloud what I.
oh, here's a
find
good
funny.
topic. Net neutrality.
Ooh.
That's what the millennials are talking about these days.
It is, because who doesn't love the internet?
Old
government.
people.
Those are the same thing.
I've never seen an old person not in the government.
I've never seen a government not in an old person.
What a great metaphor to talk about how the government fucks over the elderly.
Net neutrality. Nobody likes that. This episode might not even get seen by people if net neutrality gets passed. Because
I hope you purchased the premium podcast option from your ISP, because otherwise we're gonna have to cut it here. But if you purchased the super duper podcast special pack, then you're in luck, because you will get we'll mail you a picture of an audio file. And that'll be good enough for you.
you piece of shit.
If you purchased the gold podcast pack, then we'll send you the first and last 5 minutes of our podcast. And also we'll mail you the USSR flag. As just a little Kickstarter boost. Back us on Kickstarter. There's no Kickstarter.
Hey, I have an internet related thing that's not net neutrality.
Yeah.
That we could talk about.
Fuck the FCC.
The last
I almost forgot the name.
The
Go
last
ahead.
memes of 2017 so far. What have you seen?
Okay.
What are the ones that you've seen?
So far, just kind of a meme cap.
Right.
That's a meme recap of the year. We've seen a rise in Smash Mouth.
Right.
We've seen a rise in
Shrek. I've seen a lot of Shrek lately.
A big comeback in the, I believe it's called Shooting Stars.
Mm-hmm.
With the good, yeah, that one.
I've seen that.
A lot of that. All of these and more have been recapped in the latest and greatest YouTube Rewind 2017.
I believe so.
It surely was terrible.
I hadn't seen it.
It's YouTube saying, look at how many conventionally attractive people we have on our platform.
I think Lost.jpg has really hit a comeback. I think, that was just kind of something that was that remained under the radar for a while, but I've been seeing a lot of it lately.
I've seen history memes taking a rise.
Right. I've seen some of those. Some new ones I've seen have been the girl reading this. I think that's a new something that's come back.
Pretty much anything in the important videos playlist. That classic playlist has really just come back in a big way this year. This has been sort of a meme renaissance.
I
a
think
sort
so.
of return to form.
I think we're missing.
Last year, it got a little bit out there. There were a lot of memes of people just dying.
Definitely a meme bust.
There were a lot of memes of just surreal shit. And that's sort of taken a step back this year. And we've sort of gone back
to our roots.
To our roots.
I have seen... Do you remember that Rudolph movie? The movie Rudolph?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yes.
The claymation-looking one?
Right.
Yes.
I've seen Elf Practice that meme has come about. I don't know if that's spread past Tumblr, but that is one that I've seen.
I certainly haven't come across that. The Elf on the Shelf one, where the internet learned how rhyming works.
Right.
And that's fun. Everyone loves
that was a good
look
time.
at me, I made a rhyme. That was a good week.
Fireflies. You would not believe your eyes memes. You know, again, where we learned how rhyming works.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen, now my personal favorite has been the Zootopia pro-life comic.
Oh, man.
That has...
Let's discuss this.
Now, see, when I first came across it, I was actually on that meme train, whenever it came out, because I just, came across it, and it was the first time I had seen it.
Wait, is this, widespread?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes, no, this is, a legitimate meme
so
now.
if you've never heard of this, I'll include it in the show notes, linked, so you can, check it out if you want to. I really don't recommend it at all. It's a bad time.
It's a great time.
It's a bad time. I did not have fun with it at all. But, so why don't you are the father, the daddy,
If you will.
of this. So go ahead and tell us all about it.
So, in the plot of this comic, somebody made on DeviantArt, Judy discovers that she is pregnant. And she is not happy with this. So she tells Nick Wilde.
Her faithful fox partner.
The fox.
And lover.
The one that everybody wants to fuck. The fox. Nick.
I don't reciprocate that.
Well,
there's only one character on Banger from Zootopia, and it's that cheetah at the desk.
that's it. No, listen, I'd bang a lot of characters from Zootopia, but we're not going to get into that.
We're not
going to get into that. So she tells, is that Bernie Sanders? Or is that just an old man?
Seeing as how we're in Texas, I don't think that's Bernie Sanders.
What a shame.
It looks like John Malkovich a little bit.
So Judy is
All
pregnant.
old men, hold on, we're going to take a quick pause there. All old men can be classified into 3 forms. Bernie Sanders, John Malkovich, or Larry David.
That's true.
Those are the only 3.
That's true.
There are no others.
Those are no other
only
old men.
3 varieties of old men that I've ever seen in my life.
So now,
Okay, back to the comic.
Judy discovers she's pregnant, and she tells Nick this. Upon hearing this news, Nick is ecstatic. And, he wants to be a father, but Judy's like, now hold on. This is a lot for me. I don't know what kind of, fucking, monstrous offspring could come from a bunny and fox hybrid.
I'm gonna go ahead and Google
Bunny fox hybrid?
bunny fox hybrid.
And
I'm really scared at how quickly that showed up on the old Google. Oh, so there is a Zootopia 1, and it's an Eevee. It's the Pokemon Eevee.
That's actually pretty cute.
This one... This one that just is a rabbit with a horse body and fox legs and tail that says, "Kill me."
I feel that in my art.
Oh, this is a surprisingly
are
good
Eevee.
art one. See, that's the cheetah I'm talking about.
Right. A lot of them are Eevee, actually.
I can't read it.
I can't either.
What do you call a one-hump bunny? Pregnant. I'm going to include all of these links in the show notes. This one is called Zootopia Hybrid Confirmed. I don't know who confirmed it. Oh, there's a lot of
How
art.
many humps do bunnies usually have?
0. Remember, because there was the joke
The camel.
in the movie. What do you call
of
3-humped
course.
camel?
I watch this movie every fucking night while I jerk off. Of course I remember.
So back to the comic.
So Judy's pregnant, and she tells Nick, and Nick is very happy for her, and Nick loves this child already. Judy says, we don't know what this child will be. We don't know if my small rabbit body can hold this child. Let's kill it. And Nick's like, no.
What the fuck?
Nick says no.
What the fuck?
Just like that, actually. Much like Richard Nixon used to shake his jowls. Nick
Hold on,
shakes his jowls.
Here, hold the mic real quick. I don't want to... What the fuck? There's my jowls.
And so, Nick says, "You're not even gonna give him a chance." And Judy says,
We'll kill him when he's 3. Let's let him kick around for a little bit.
and Judy says, "Nick,
No.
I've got a job too. I've got a career that I want to focus on. Being pregnant could really hinder that."
By the way, props to this pro-life Zootopia comic for actually painting a realistic reasons why people would want to get an abortion.
Right.
Like, I have a life. Like, I can't put that aside for a child that I don't even think would live.
And also, you know, sometimes I too am terrified of, like, what could come out of a child. Like, I see 2 people, I'm like, God, you guys mixed? What the fuck is that gonna look like?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Just kill it already! I'm pro-choice.
I'm actually pro-death. I don't think there should be a choice aspect. I think you should just kill the baby immediately.
That's a valid...
No babies.
That's a...
2020.
That's
my platform.
That's a good hill to die on right there.
Yep.
So, you know, Nick is very upset and gives reasons as to why he shouldn't kill the baby, which is, but it's a baby. And what if you had been aborted?
Well, then I wouldn't be here.
And we wouldn't be having this argument. And in the end, Nick ends up leaving.
Birth leads to more abortions than abortions.
That's true.
If you abort your child,
That's only
there
one.
will be one abortion. But your child may have 2 pregnancies and abort one of them. That is one more abortion. Then her child might have an abortion. That is now 2. So you have 200% of the intended abortions
Versus one.
versus 1 of the abortions in exchange for your life.
That's a good one.
So what side do you take? Do you take potentially infinite abortions as your lineage goes down? Or lose a couple nights sleep and $600?
Not even $600. You could do it for free.
Oh shit, yeah.
You could easily kill a baby for free.
I do. Every day. And that's gonna be a wrap for this episode.
We'll see you next time.
I was gonna say this week, but I don't know if we're ever gonna do another one of these. No, we will. We'll be back in the car, back at it again in the Taco Bell parking lot. Stay frosty, pagans.